No, you're not telling the truth. That's not true. Hi, I'm Melanie.
Hi, I'm Molly, and welcome to our channel.
I bet you thought we didn't have a channel anymore.
Well, before you tell them,
What?
I really want to be the one to tell them.
Tell them what?
About why we haven't been filming.
Okay.
In a recent video, Mom had mentioned about, you remember your self-checkout hoard? You know, like your story and you're trying to self-check out and all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
And she's like, what happens when I walk out with one of these things and, you know, it beeps and I'm not trying to steal?
Yeah.
Well, it happened. And the cops were called and now we've been just dealing with...
You've been in jail?
You've been dealing with the legal side of...
you're not telling the truth. That's not true. None of that is true. We have passed back and forth sickness in our community. I know that's not nearly as fun to talk about me being arrested.
No, she was not arrested. No, it's like Hattie was sick, I was sick, you were sick, Bob was sick,
or
Bob was sick, and
our whole church was sick.
Everybody's been sick, and then life has been busy, and then you just kind of get out of the habit.
Well, we've been ill.
Yeah, y'all have been ill.
So all is good, and who wants to talk about that? It's over, it's done, it's behind us. What's your word of the year? Did you do a word of the year?
No, I did not. I did not do a word of the year.
I feel like I have lipstick on my teeth.
Let me see. I don't see any.
Because I'm using a new beauty product. Remember when this used to be a beauty channel?
What is that? Milk?
No. Maybelline.
Oh, Maybelline. What is that? What is that word?
It says vinyl. Vinyl, and that's what it feels like on your lips. Is that you stuck a vinyl album on your lips?
Really?
It's just
dry as all get out.
And gets kind of cracky. But there was someone on YouTube that I watched their channel, and she just loved it, and it looked good. I don't know what it looks like on camera, but I don't know.
It looks good, but I understand it has to feel good for me to wear it. I won't wear it if it doesn't feel good.
So anyway, that's Maybelline Vinyl, and can you read that color?
20 Koi.
Koi, that's right, Koi. Who was it? Somebody. Oh, I don't know. Koi. So yeah. That's what's going on with
You
that.
just jumped right into that.
Yeah, right into our beauty products. Because I think if we're going to come back and do this, then we need to get with it. And I have no word for the year. Last year my word was neighbor. And I don't know how. I think my word was neighbor.
I thought it was creme brulee.
Oh, that was a good year. I should have picked that word again, creme brulee. Yes, the word of my year is creme brulee. No, I don't have a word for this year. We just laid around. We've just been spewing and coughing, and we're pretty sure we had the word that begins with a C and ends with a D.
Really?
Yeah. Some at Bob's place of employment. I don't know why we have to be so secretive about the word that begins with the C and ends with the D, but for some reason I've heard that the YouTube land does not like that word being in your video.
Because then they're going to want to flag it for like possible
I don't know. Conspiracy theories or something. I don't know, but I'm just saying what's true. And so today was the first day I got clothes on, my makeup on, and I went and had lunch with two of my friends, and it was wonderful. And after about an hour, we were all just exhausted. And so
it'll wipe you out.
Yes. So this is a big red letter day, and I'm glad to be back.
I'm glad to have you back.
Well, glad to have you here. We both have made connection. And I don't know what else to say about that.
This is not a word that I've picked, but this word for this month has been constantly coming to my mind, and it's the word persistent.
Yeah.
But it's not because I want to be persistent. Like, that's not, I need to be persistent. It's that I am persistent, and I think it can be a bad thing. Can that be a bad thing?
What are you pursuing in your persistence?
No, I mean like at work, like I'm persistent, and I think it annoys people sometimes.
Oh.
That I'm persistent. I will continue to follow up to the death until there is resolution to a problem.
Oh.
But I work in facilities, so it's like, when is the toilet getting fixed?
Oh.
And then the next day, has this been scheduled yet? And the next day, hey, just checking in on this. And I just am very persistent.
Yeah.
And then people are like, are you kidding me? She's emailed me again.
Well, but you get things done, and that's probably who they call when they want something done, is the one who is persistent.
What's the opposite of persistent?
Maybe
aloof?
Lazy or something. If you just, I don't know, just like
don't care.
You don't care. Yeah. I don't know. But I'm glad you're persistent. Just don't be ugly to people. But you're not ugly to
I try to be professional. Like, I don't think I'm ugly. It's not my natural inclination to be like, blah, blah, blah. It's just more of, like, one guy, he said, I'm so sorry I haven't gotten back to you on this because, I've been working on the pipes in my house because we have this huge freeze and our area is not prepared for that. And I'm like, hey, no worries. Thanks for letting me know. You fix that house of yours. That's important.
Yeah.
But it's like, thanks for at least telling me. I just want you to tell me something.
Information is a good thing. People need to be more forthright sharing it.
Mm-hmm.
We did have a good Christmas. We had some family time. And
it was a weird Christmas.
It was different. It was different. It was our first Christmas without grandmother, which made it different. But it's always a miracle that we all can come together. And we did on one night. I think we had a great time.
Yeah.
Seemed to be. And so that was good. And then afterwards I went to Arkansas and visited my sisters for New Year's. And that was a good time. It was great to see them and my dad. And I think I'll get you to insert a picture right there. I think I'm wearing the same shirt in those pictures.
It's a pretty color.
But that's okay. And I haven't asked my sisters permission if they'd like to be on the YouTube, but I'm not so sure my sisters even watch me. So
and you're the oldest, so you can do whatever you want to do.
Well, but I don't know about that. Yeah. So what else? Yeah. Well, I have these two mascaras I wanted to show.
I have empties. For the first time, I've kept my trash for months.
I've still got all that stuff, but I just flew over here. Bob and I ate out. This is what you gave.
I was wondering.
Did you give to me? And then look at this name of it. Yeah, perversion.
It's not persuasion.
No,
which would have been better.
And I just think, why? Why does something perversion have to be on my...
I did wonder. I mean, I think that I did at first read it as persuasion because it's all in.
Well, you'll know when you see my product because this was one of my things. What for? I don't know, birthday, Christmas, or
they had a sale at Ulta where all of their mascaras were $12 or something instead of like $30 and $25 and all that. So
that was nice of you.
Thank you
to remember me with this perversion. But I have used it. That's why I'm using it today.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I do. I like it. I just try not to think about the name because I just don't understand why they would have to do that. So I had already, when you gave me that, I had just bought some mascara. And I had bought something that I thought was called fake eyelashes. And then when I got it, this is what it says.
What the fake?
What the fake? And I don't like that at all. I thought that was just unnecessary as well.
You see this? This is what landed her in jail.
What?
That little tag.
Those tags can't be on there?
No, I'm just kidding. It's like one of their anti-theft things.
Well.
But I do want to open it.
Anyway, so it's what the fake, which it's unnecessary. But I sound like a prude, and I guess I probably am. But I haven't tried it out because I've been using that other stuff.
Essence.
Yeah. Anyway, that's just my big excitement there. I don't think I've put on makeup in quite a while. We just,
I think that's good sometimes.
When you're sick and all, you just kind of, you
just need to moisturize.
Forget it,
Yeah.
So what have you got over there?
Well, a couple of things.
Yeah.
These are my two, what do you call it? Finishing sprays.
Oh, after you put your makeup.
Setting sprays, setting mist. Yeah, these are the two that I reach for. And so I got some more of these for Christmas. Urban Decay, which is, that brand.
Oh, is that?
All Nighter. I use that. Or I'll use the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. And some people say this doesn't really work. It's just fancy air, like the way it sprays, and it's like a really fine mist.
Oh, well, something came out there.
Yeah, well,
I can see it.
But it's gone.
Okay. So do you like those?
Yeah, I really do. So I got those stuff for Christmas to restock up on. Those are my favorites.
Yeah.
Then I've used up this, like it's all dry now, all dried out. And this is the NYX Stick It. Thickening Brow Mascara. And I did buy another one of these. It's in the color brunette. But I don't really reach for it much because it gets too clumpy on this brush. And then I end up getting like this part, like, I don't know if you can really see that, but like it just, like this fat part leaves streaks, like if I'm not careful. And I just want to go whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
Well, I'm thankful for that my bangs cover up my eyebrows for the most part because I just have never mastered the eyebrowness of everything.
I'm thankful that I got my dad's eyebrows because I have never lacked in the eyebrow department. I don't have to draw them in. I just put this stuff down, and the older I get, the more they're getting a little wonky.
Well, maybe that's what
I'm like having to glue it down. It's all sticking out weird.
Oh, I get scissors, and I'm like an old man. What was the guy that was on 60 Minutes, and he had those bushy eyebrows, and I just couldn't believe they'd let him on TV with those. You wouldn't know him. I mean,
Roger Conrad.
Oh, I know. No, wait. It's coming to me. Rooney, and Andy Rooney.
Rooney, I've heard that name.
And he was kind of a curmudgeonly sort of fella, and he gave his take on things, but his eyebrows were out of control. Do y'all remember this guy? Out of control. And I just thought, there is no one. Surely he has the makeup lady. But I mean, they were out of control.
Like he had to have said, "Don't touch my eyebrows."
Don't touch them, and they were I just remember them being everywhere. So, I mean, that does happen the older you get. And Bob and I have many conversations on grooming. I want to be his helpmate and help groom some of the areas that need defining or grooming or brought back in behind the fence.
Boundaries?
Yes, boundaries. And he hates it. I mean, the minute I start to reach for, he's like, get away from it. Get away from it. Oh,
I'm constantly looking at Jonathan's ears, and he has one hair that sticks out of his forehead, and then the light will catch it. It's like I'll look for it, and no, it's not there. And then the next day, like I'll have looked for it, and like, oh, it hadn't grown back out. And the next day, it happens overnight, and it's like the sun hits it, and it's just straight out.
Yeah. Wow.
And I love it. I'm like, let me get my tweezers.
Oh, no, I can get nothing.
I mean, it's not easy.
I can be of no help. And he always says, how would you like it if I just got up in your face and started telling you about all things? And I was like, that is part of our marriage requirement.
Yes!
Please do not allow me to go out into public with hair growing in places that are not.
I'm like, Jonathan, when I get older and I can't do this, right here, this is my problem area. Get the tweezers. If there's a chin hair.
That helpmate. I mean, it's so biblical, and I know that it covers
hair removal.
Hair removal, yes.
Grooming.
Unfortunate events that have taken place on one's person that needs a little addressing. But no spiritual maturity in that area for my husband.
See, if you'll just be a little bit more persistent,
it might be.
He'll be like, fine.
Yeah. So, anyway, what else you got over there?
Refill.
Yeah, I've still got some of that going.
Refill for that. I'm about to have to get another refill of my favorite face cleanser.
Yeah, and it's
Softy Mo.
Softy Mo. I love the name Softy Mo, and mine is white now. They sent me something and it's white, and it's still good too. It's as good as this is, and so I haven't complained.
I know that they have like other kinds, but I've only ever had this one, and I love it.
Yeah, it's good.
These two came in my boxy charm a while back, and one of them is the Cora's. Oh, what is it? Is there English on here? Poreless Skin Cream.
Yeah.
Salicylic acid. And the other one is Elemis Superfood Midnight Facial. Both of them expensive. If I can remember to look up the prices, I will. Both of them expensive. I have used them both up. Love this one. Yeah. Would buy it again, except I remember it being super expensive, and I would have a really hard time paying that much for a face cream. Yeah. But absolutely loved it. Sunk right in. Loved wearing it every morning before I put on my makeup. This one, did not like it. Hated it, but used it.
You used it anyway.
I used it anyway. I used it at night only. It's called a midnight facial. Yeah. And it just balled up. It didn't feel like it ever got into my skin. It felt like it sat on top and it balled up and kind of dried up without actually like getting into my skin to hydrate. This one felt like I hydrated my face. This one, which was a midnight facial, like a heavy night cream, nothing. Did not do nary a thing for me. Would not buy again.
What was I going to ask you? Oh, why don't you look up...
How much?
No, just a dupe. There's probably a dupe.
Oh, I do need to look up a dupe for this. It really is good. I almost asked Jonathan it for Christmas because it would have been like a splurge, you know, like something I would not buy myself. But, yeah. So, my Boxy Charm's supposed to be coming in soon, and I'm hoping there's another good moisturizer in there. Because my skin is dry.
Well, any other news we have?
No. Just living my best life with Hattie Jo Horn.
That is a good life.
Yeah. And Jonathan. I don't want people thinking that I just went through a divorce. That's why we hadn't filmed.
Oh,
well, I'm just saying, they're like, oh, no Jonathan? No. Oh, no, he's helping me survive the Hattie Jo Horn.
Yeah, all is well. Even Bob, with his resistance to personal grooming, we're all good. In fact, Bob and I... Or I think, can I say?
You can say whatever you want to say.
Well, I think we've started building our house, which basically means we've cut down a few trees on the property, but it's very exciting. So I picked up all the house plans today, 6 copies of them. And anyway, that's big excitement. I guess that would be something that I could show if anybody's even interested. But I know when I watch people, I'm interested even in things that aren't, super exciting, or I just like listening to people's lives. So maybe that would be a good thing. And I also have another idea for a video coming up, but I thought I've got to get braver about doing this without you being here. I've just got to. So I'm going to really, really work on that. It's not my word of the year, but I'm going to try to do that, and then I'll just pass the video off to you, and then you can edit and hopefully get it up. But I have a couple of ideas.
Yeah, so. Or any of them you picking out, paint colors? Or...
No, I hadn't thought of that.
Cabinets.
But that would probably be good, wouldn't it?
That would. Light fixtures.
Yeah. We could do that together.
Oh, could we?
Yes, we could.
We have very different styles.
Yeah, I know, but you can help me make a decision.
Oh, that's the truth.
Like tonight we went and ate, and I had trouble making a decision. And the waitress did not understand that I was talking out loud as I chose between the coconut shrimp and the other choices, which was a baked potato with lobster on the top or Brussels sprouts. Do you like Brussels sprouts? Oh, I just so wanted a vegetable tonight. I just feel like I'm not very healthy. So I just thought, I just want a vegetable, and I love Brussels sprouts. So I just verbalized it out loud. So I was like, okay. And I thought I had made clear my intention. And And so she brought out the coconut shrimp and the large baked potato with lobster on it and the Brussels sprouts and the cheddar biscuits. Y'all know I'm talking about, Red Lobster. And it was just like, oh my word. So we had to take all that home. What was the point of that? Decisions.
Yeah, I help you make decisions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's a good thing. I sometimes know what I don't want. Yeah.
Yeah.
But not always what I do want. But we want to leave you with a happy feeling tonight, not in distress or discouraged. Because sometimes we all have trouble making decisions. No, that's not true. I have friends that I don't think they've ever had trouble making a decision. Maybe they have.
They probably have.
I don't know. I can't decide if what I said was true or not. See, we got to get back in the swing of this, Mama. All right.
Yeah.
Well, do you have anything else?
No, I mean, you think I would.
Well, we've had so much life happen, and then we've just had a lot of illness.
I think that's what the life that has happened has been illness.
Illness, recover, illness.
Yeah, pass it.
There was a Sunday when our Connect group couldn't even meet because everybody was so sick. And that's just been the way it is.
Yeah,
this year.
Cough that has lingered. And even if you're feeling better, you're like, I can't go and just spend the whole morning just coughing.
Yeah, and making everybody uncomfortable. I mean, that's unnecessary. So I think we passed by, what's the name of the healthcare place? It's right over there by Red Lobster.
Are you talking about hospitality?
Yes. And so Bob looked over there in that parking lot and he said, well, it's not very busy there tonight. So maybe things have calmed down.
Yeah, because that's where we had been time and time again. Hattie, me, Jonathan. Hattie, me.
Yeah. So we're glad to be back. And thank you so much if you're watching tonight. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. I thought about this driving over. While I have been under the weather, I want to say while I've been under the weather, but I watch odd things anyway, even when I'm not under the weather. But last night I watched a biography kind of thing on YouTube, and it was about Don Cornelius. Now, if any of y'all, if that rings a bell for you, Don Cornelius, I would love for you to write. You can Google it if you want. But anyway, that's what I watched the biography of last night. Well, if I tell them now, then they won't write the comment.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Do your thing.
But I mean, that's fine. They're like, we don't want to write the comment. Don Cornelius was the MC of a show back in my teenage years, and it was called Soul Train.
Okay, I've heard of Soul Train. I haven't watched it, but I've heard of it.
Well, I don't know if I was in a fevered stupor or what at the time, but I just remember, I thought, I remember Soul Train and the way those people, the dancing was just like off the charts. And I thought, I'm just going to look up about Don Cornelius, because he had this real low voice, and he'd hold the microphone and he'd say, Michael, why did you write that song? And he was just very low key, but then the dancing was just like, it was all over the place. So Soul Train, yeah, y'all, some of y'all remember. I know you do, because they're my age. They do. And it came on, didn't it come on late at night?
You're asking me. I don't know.
Well, I want them to answer me.
Well, they can tell you. You guys.
Did it come on late at night? Because, see, there was American Bandstand, and then I'm thinking it came on like Saturday night, the Soul Train. Oh, and the music, I can just hear it in my head. But anyway, so that was my trivia question that I asked you, and then I answered for you. So I don't even know why I said all that. So anyway, I wonder if he said something at the end, like keep on trucking or keep on jive talking. I don't know.
Grooving?
No,
that's not Soul Train. It doesn't sound like Soul Train.
I don't know. There may have been some groove. I don't know.
Well, if you know if he ended the show with a certain little quip,
yeah, I
tell
don't.
us.
I don't know. All right. Well, thanks for being here, and we will see y'all next time. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
But it was Soul Train, and they all came out in a line, and they just danced like amazingly in ways that I couldn't, and then I read that, heard on the video that some of them designed their own clothes. I mean, the clothes were way out there, and it was bell bottoms and slinky shirts and leisure suits and all kinds of stuff. Anyway, it was just a walk down memory lane. All right.
A fever dream.
I guess so, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun.